Coming off a 4-8 campaign, the UL-Monroe Warhawks got to turn this around, and this season, we flipped the roster. We have a new starting quarterback, we have a new running back, we have a new O-line. We ended up recruiting some guys out of the transfer portal to step in and play at corner. Overall, we improved this team all the way up to the second best team in the conference, so now's our chance to shine. We got to get this figured out this year. We have a team that should be able to compete to win the conference, and at the very least, they're going to be bowl eligible. If we can't get there, we have big problems, and Coach Jsi Wint will likely end up out of a job. Either way, we had a quarterback competition in the offseason to see who's going to be the starter. The likely winner of this competition, Noah Lugo, ended up showing a lot of promise in practice. He was able to scramble around and he threw a lot of good passes. Reese Mooney, well, we already know what he is. He's a pocket passer in the mold of Don Baumhauer. He was very accurate and good in practice. Then we had Hayden Malecki, and honestly, I was a little disappointed by him. I thought he would stand a good chance of starting, but he just wasn't quite accurate enough. Greg Levitri, who was a one-star recruit that was on the roster, ended up competing and doing okay, but he's not ready to start. Jsi Wint is out there competing for the starting job as well, a freshman we brought in. Here's the thing with him. He's just not accurate enough. He has plenty of speed. He makes a lot of great runs on the ground, but he's not accurate. And then it's Kiki Nuakori, the quarterback recruit that I'm so excited about. Now, he showed a lot of promise. The lefty out of Ohio dropped that pass into the bucket, and he did that quite frequently. Either way, after our first defensive possession, you'll find out who the starter is. The 2027 season's underway. Jacksonville State's going to return that one, and that is a pretty ugly return. So first up's going to be our defense. Coach Wint needs to get that side of the ball figured out. We were not quite good enough over there. Jacksonville State goes to the ground, and they're going to pick up 10 with blue for the first down, and they direct snap the blue on second down, and Jamison Iosu steps up and makes the play. Now, he's somebody that I'm expecting to come in and be a very impactful player for us this year. Honestly, we didn't use him enough last year. He's going to be a rush defensive tackle and start at defensive end. As Jacksonville State goes back to the ground, that's their fullback getting a carry going for 4. He's a big man. He might be able to get some yardage for him in short yard situations as they go to the ground game, and again, they're going to get the first down. Blues moving the ball pretty well here for the Gamecocks as they go back out the blue on the swing pass, and that's going to be Travis Blades coming down, making the initial hit and helping get him down. So that's going to be the quarterback pulling it, and that is Marcotas making the tackle. He's somebody we're going to expect to make a few plays for us as it's 3rd and 8, and the Gamecocks are looking to pass here on the move. He's going to step up, and down he goes. Austin Ackles going to make the tackle, forcing them to settle for a long field goal attempt that's up, and they just barely sneak that inside of the upright. Gamecocks are going to take an early 3-0 lead here today. As you can see, our starting quarterback's going to be Noah Lugo. At the end of the day, it made the most sense to go to him. He had a pretty accurate arm, and he's able to run, which is something Reese Mooney couldn't do, and that made the decision easy as it's 3rd and 7. Lugo fires his first pass. That's going to be completed to Joe Basley for the first down. Noah Lugo's going to run the read option here and pull it and cut to the inside. Look at that play. That's a 9-yard run, but you love to see that out of your quarterback. Like I said, that's how he won the starting job right there. However, that pass was a little inaccurate to Caleb Gross, but there is a flag, and it's pass interference on the defense. That's going to keep this drive going and give us 15 free yards. So Lugo looking to pass. It's 3rd down and 10. He finds Joe Basley down the field. First down at like the 17-yard line. What a big play for the Warhawks. Lugo hands it off. That's Lester Iverson fighting and barreling ahead for 5. He shows some power even though that's not the primary way he likes to play. Lugo fires that to the end zone, and it was nearly picked. He should have held onto it for just a few more seconds. 3rd down and 5 now. Lugo looking to pass, finding J.J. Harrell. Touchdown Warhawks. They're going to take the 7-3 lead here today. What a drive from the first-time starter who transferred in from BYU. Now let's see if the Gamecocks can answer. They go to the ground game, and Blues bottled up. Nice tackle by Fernando Carrera, who's a first-time starter. He takes over in the middle from Noah O'Malley. And again, he's there to make the tackle. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. The Gamecocks throw that across the middle, and they're going to complete that and get a first down, keeping this drive going. Going back to the ground game here, Blues going to sweep out wide, and Blue has all sorts of spaces across the 50 and down all the way to the 41-yard line. That's a big carry here for the Gamecocks as they go right back to Blue, and this time we said no, that's not going to happen. Jamison Iosu makes the tackle. Blue gets another carry though on 2nd and 13, and this time he finds a lot of space, picking up 9. 3rd down and 4 now underneath, and that's going to be stopped. Carrera makes the tackle once again. That is going to end the first quarter, and the Gamecocks decide they're going to settle for 3. I understand. I might have gone for it though. That's a risky field goal. Either way, it's going to be 7-6. Warhawks Warhawks still in front as Lugo's gonna throw another inaccurate pass. That's the concern with him. He was definitely less accurate than Reese Mooney, but it made the most sense to start him as that was a pretty nice throw there. He threw it up high. Only our tight end could get to it. Unfortunately, Perez could not come down with it. That's going to give the ball back to Jacksonville State, and that's a beautiful 10-yard carry there by Blue as they go on the ground again, and this time with the direct snap, it didn't go anywhere. That's going to force them to settle for another like 50-yard field goal that they somehow drill. I don't know how they're doing this. However, that's going to give the Gamecocks the 9-7 lead here today as that pass is out there, and that's a good one to Caleb Gross. That's going to be a first down. Lugo again looking to pass here, going into coverage, but we come down with it. JJ Harrell gets the reception, and that's going to be a Warhawk first down right there. Lugo's going to throw a nice pass wide open, and it's dropped by Lester Iverson. We got to do better than that. However, Iverson gets a carry, and he's going to make up for it, picking up 5. That's going to make it third down and manageable. Of course, we'd like it to be a little shorter as we go to Iverson on the ground, and he's going to come up short. It's 4th down and 2, and we're going to keep the offense out there. Coach Wint wants to be aggressive, and we get stopped just short of the sticks there. They say Iverson's knee hit just before the line to gain, so it's Gamecock ball, and that carry didn't go anywhere. So on 2nd down, they're going to go to the ground game, and Blue has all sorts of space across the 50, and he makes Cole Hicks miss and gets a few extra. However, they haven't had a whole lot of luck getting much further in this on the field, so we'll have to see if our defense can keep holding up, as that's going to be a nice first down carry by sophomore quarterback Britton Johnson for another first down as they go to the ground game, and Blue's going to bust a tackle and get a few extra there, bringing up 2nd and 5. Johnson looking to pass. That is a perfect swat by Cole Hicks. What a play. That could have been a touchdown if he got that in there. Johnson on the move here, 3rd down, and we are going to get the sack. That's Emmanuel Hawkins there to make the play for us. That was critical, forcing yet another long 50-yard field goal. That's up, and they drill it, man. They extend their lead up. Now it's 12-7. Let's see if Noah Lugo and this offense can answer. He has all day in the pocket here, as he is going to take a deep shot, and Caleb Gross can't hold on. That was a big hit. So it's 3rd down and 9, and Lugo's going to throw that into coverage. We're lucky that wasn't picked off. Perez wasn't open at all. So the Gamecocks have a short field, and Jamison Iosu again steps in and makes a great tackle, forcing 2nd and long, and look at that. Jamison Iosu's again there to make the play, forcing 3rd and 16. Johnson's looking to take a deep shot, and he has a man wide open. He just missed him. That's a touchdown. We're lucky that we're not down even further here as we take over and nearly throw a pick with Noah Lugo. He's not seeing the field very well right now. He's got to get better and clean that up, as he is going to find Joe Basley underneath for the solid gain there, bringing up 3rd and 4 as they're going to go to Basley on the flip, and that didn't work. Perez missed his block. Unfortunately, we give the Gamecocks another short field as Johnson goes down the field, and that's a big gain, getting them all the way down to the 27-yard line. We again need our revamped defense to make a stop, as that's going to be a solid gain, but we lose Austin Eckel, who's one of our best pass rushers, probably is our best pass rusher actually. So Britton Johnson's looking to pass here, 2nd and 3, and he goes right down the seam. That's a big play, setting up 1st and goal from the 4-yard line, where Johnson's just going to throw a nice easy slant into the end zone, extending Jacksonville State's lead up. Our defense didn't stand a chance, but we got some good news. Austin Eckel is a little banged up, but he should be able to return later on in this game. But it doesn't matter if our revamped offense can't get going. I thought we were going to be a little better this year with Lester Iverson and Noah Lugo, but it's been a struggle until we hit the big play right there to Joe Basley. Hopefully that helps us reawaken this offense. We kind of hit a lull here after that opening drive, and things just haven't been going well. Lugo's been pretty sporadic, so we need him to wake it up and get better, as we're going to take a shot to the end zone, and that's going to be deflected away and fall incomplete. Bring it up 3rd down and 10. Lugo's pretty clean in the pocket, and he's going to find an open receiver. That's Joe Basley. Touchdown, Warhawks. That's his 2nd touchdown pass, and the stats are going to look pretty juiced up because of that. He's just been pretty sporadic as we head into halftime, trailing in this game 19-14. We need Lugo to play much better in the second half, and unfortunately, that's not how you do it. He opens it up with an interception. We can't have that. That's the type of thing that I'm just not sure about with him. He's not very accurate. He hasn't shown great decision making. We need him to improve upon that to keep his starting job over the course of the season. Unfortunately, that's what happens though when you give him good field position. A 1-play touchdown, and now we're down 26-14, which is a 2-score deficit. As you can see, we haven't had any success on the ground. Lester Iverson's been bottled up all day, 11 carries for 22 yards. Eddie only adds 3 there, bringing up 3rd and 7, and we're going to find J.J. Harrell. That keeps this drive alive. But back to the ground game. Let's see if Iverson can wake it up. He found a couple yards, but we're just getting pushed back by this Jacksonville State front 7. They've been playing really well, and their D-line stepped up. Fortunately for us, though, we're able to find Joe Basley and get a first down, keeping this drive marching. But then we take a sack, and that's going to push us back. And 3rd and 16 is not really a down that we're going to be able to convert, and definitely not going to convert it when we start running towards the pressure and take a dumb sack. Now Jacksonville State has the ball, looking to get a 3-score lead. Our defense needs to step up. Our offense, they haven't helped us at all today. So let's see if we can get a stop. That's a shot down the field, and this time that isn't going to be missed by Brenton Johnson. That's a touchdown. Now we're in a deep hole. But I think I might have found a root with some of our issues. I went ahead and benched cornerback Kane. He only has 82 speed. That's not fast enough to play against any competition at all at corner. So I realized that even though they had a higher overall, both Kane and Madu, I had to push them down the depth chart. And I brought Josh Cushenberry up and Lane Sabri up. That hopefully will help us solve some of these issues and maybe make a difference on our season. And now it's up to our offense to try to get going, and hopefully that revamped little bit of our defense will help us out. I wish I'd have caught it sooner. I think it would have helped us if I had. But the good news is we've been able to move the ball pretty well on this drive. Lester Iverson's getting another carry here, bouncing off some guys and picking up a tough first down. Nobody really hit him hard, but he was just kind of pinballing his way there. That was a nice run. As we throw a little swing pass out to him, he picks up 3. That's acceptable. 2nd and 7. Lugo loading up, and that's a nice pass down the field. And actually, that wasn't such a good pass. I know that went to J.J. Harrell, but that was supposed to go to Joe Basley. But luckily for us, that ended up working out as we go to Lester Iverson on the next play, and that's a touchdown. That might be his longest career touchdown run so far. That's a big play getting us back in this game. It's 33-20. Our defense needs a stop as the third quarter's running low on time here. We're just under 3 minutes as that's a good little flip forward and a first down for the Gamecocks. We cannot keep allowing these guys to do whatever they want on offense. Luckily, though, we get a stop there. That's a nice tackle by Gregory Jim, one of the transfers we brought in. Now going down the field is Johnson, or I guess just checking it down. It looked like he was loading up to go deep. It's going to be 3rd and 7. Darisaw getting pressure, and look at that throw by Brenton Johnson. You can't expect him to make that. I bet you 6 out of 10 times he misses that pass. That was a very, very tough one as they go back to their fullback and pick up 2 here. Now by himself, 3rd and 8. Let's see what Brenton Johnson can do. He's going to take a shot, and Gregory Jim is there again to break that one up. The Gamecocks are going to settle for a ridiculously long field goal, though. However, it doesn't matter. It is up, and he drilled it. That's going to extend their lead up to 36-21. We're still in a pretty big hole, but we're still kind of in this. Lugo's stats have been okay, but we need him to catch fire here in the 4th quarter as he goes to J.J. Harrell, completes that for a solid gain, bringing up 3rd down and 1. We're going to go to the read option, and he had nowhere to go. He got stuffed and ended up actually losing a yard. Now we have no choice but to go for it, and we're going to run some play action and take a shot. Caleb Gross holds on this time. First down, Warhawks keeping this drive going. Back to Lester Iverson here, and he's going to find a couple. We'll take that. 5 yards is good. We can still run the ball a little bit. Technically, it's only a 2-score game right now, as we're going to miss that pass to Caleb Gross that we should have had. That should have been an easy completion. So now on 4th and 5, Noah Lugo's going to take a sack, and now the ball goes back to the Gamecocks, and we're in some serious trouble. We can't allow this deep pass to be completed, but Gregory Jim just got burned over the top, man. There was nothing we could do there. Now this game's pretty much over. It's 43-20. There's nothing we can do here. We just got to try to get this offense figured out and get a rhythm, maybe get some more points, and hopefully be able to make next week go a little better as we're going to be taking on Navy, who, as you might remember, is quarterbacked by our former guy, Don Baumhauer. We're excited to take him on, although I don't think it's an offense that's really going to suit him that well. But we'll find that out in the next episode as it's 4th and 5, and we got an open guy underneath. We find Joe Basley keeping this drive going. Lugo, he's feeling a little bit more comfortable on this drive as that's a risky one that should have been picked. I never should have opened my mouth, man. That was just another bad decision by him as that's a pass to J.J. Harrell that is completed, but you noticed Harrell had to reach back for it. That's the issue with that I'm seeing constantly with Noah Lugo. Lester Iverson's going to get a carry here. He's across the 40, across the 30, down to the 20. He's going to stiff arm all the way down to the 12-yard line. What a carry there by Lester Iverson. That's going to bring Folk into the game, the 84 speed halfback. He ends up losing a yard. He's just not fast enough, and that's going to be one of our big issues this year as we go to the true freshman receiver. That's a nice play by Cologne right there, getting us down to the 2-yard line, and Iverson's going to finish it off with a touchdown. So we're still in business here. Let's get the 2-point conversion. And unfortunately, another bad pass by Noah Lugo makes that impossible. So now it's 43-26, and we have to try an onside kick, and we can't get the recovery. So this game's all but wrapped up now, unless we can get a turnover of sorts. Brayton Johnson looking to pass here, pump fake on the move, and he throws it into coverage. That might have been our best chance. Carrera made a heck of a play knocking that down as they go back to Blue on the ground, and Blue jukes, and look at that play by Hawkins. He just was diving out, and he managed to get a hand on him and slow him down. That gets us the ball back. We still have 4 minutes and 6 seconds left. However, you can see Noah Lugo's pretty worn out right now, and as much as I wanted to pull him for his own safety, I feel like he deserves this chance to lead us back. So we got 4 minutes left in this ball game. Lugo's going to throw the screen. That's Lester Iverson. He actually has some space here. He gets a first down, breaks the tackle. He busts out of there, and he's out to nearly midfield. That's a great play, and those are the type of plays we need to see more often going into the future, as that's a quick pass underneath the Basley. 3rd and 4. Let's rush to the line and keep moving pretty quick here. Lugo finds another guy underneath. That's going to be Roy Ryder getting the first down. He crosses midfield down to the 40-yard line. Lugo's got a guy deep, and that's Joe Basley coming down with it. Touchdown, Warhawks. They're gonna get just a little bit closer in this game. They're still down by 10. It'll take a miracle, but we're still gonna keep trying as Carrera is gonna make the tackle. Unfortunately, that's a first down. They're gonna go right back to Blue on the ground, and we again wrap him up. James Hogan. That's Fernando Carrera also in there to get him down, bringing up 2nd and long. They're gonna find space up the middle, and we are there to hit him. Austin Ackle makes the tackle. We use a timeout. It's 3rd down. We need this stop, and look at that catch right there. That's going to be a first down, and that's going to seal this ball game. You know, I got to give us a little bit of credit. We seemed to fight, and I do think the change at corner actually helped this defense be able to come together and slow down Jacksonville State. I think that's why they didn't get as many points late. However, Jeremiah Colbert was just completely unstoppable. He had 11 catches, 239 yards, and 3 scores, and honestly, that's on Coach Wint for not making that change at corner sooner. I think Josh Cushenberry going out there is going to make an impact on this defense and help to limit them big plays later on in the season as we keep playing. All we can really do is learn from this. Jacksonville State shouldn't have given us this much competition, honestly. They're pretty equal with us, and I think we should have played better. Noah Lugo wasn't bad. He hit 377 yards, 57% of his passes, 3 touchdowns, a pick. On the ground, we didn't have much going on until the second half, and Lester Iverson really came through for us. He ended up with 99 yards, just 1 yard shy of that 100-yard barrier we were looking for, in 2 scores. So Joe Basley stepped up 11 for 190 and 2 scores. We're really excited about how that played out. Looking at our defense, like I said, Cushenberry deserves a ton of credit. I think Gregory Jim actually made a bunch of big plays. So did Joshua Iosu. I'm really mad we didn't play this guy last year. He stepped in, and he was just so awesome for us in this game. I wish we'd have started him sooner, honestly. I don't think we played him enough. He should have been a rush D tackle last year. That's just a mistake on my behalf. I'll also say this, our number 2 rush D tackle position, I didn't really talk about it where we were playing, but you probably noticed I rotated. We're going to have Espinoso, Samsula, and Devin Darisaw rotate, and as the season goes along, we're just going to adjust how that rotation goes and really feel it out and try to do what's best for this defense for the rest of the season. So like I said, I don't know who's going to win that job. It's just going to rotate. And coming out of that week, we get Sunbelt Defensive Player of the Week with Jamison Iosu. I don't blame him. He was awesome. And then we get Offensive Player of the Week with Joe Basley as well with 11 for 190 and 2. That's fantastic. We're going to show off our recruiting board here. As you can see, we're still kind of feeling out this process. We have a very small board of 7 guys that we're putting points on. We still only have 350 recruiting points, so we got to be smart, and we're just going to try to narrow that board down as much as we can, focus heavy on guys, and then keep moving on like that. But next up is Navy and quarterback Don Baumhauer. We're excited to take him on. It's a pretty even matchup. I don't know how it's going to end up. I've never played triple option in this game, so we'll see how that goes. I want to thank you for watching, though. I'm LDJ11. I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out.